Dear student, this is Shailesh Devidas Janbandhu from Department of BCom Computer Application, GS College of Commerce, Wardha, and my subject is Fundamental of Computers. In last session, we discussed about the syllabus of Fundamental of Computers and paper pattern of university, how the paper will be taken by university or wattage of each unit according to unit and chapters. Okay, now today we start our syllabus, that is Fundamental of Computers. So before starting our syllabus, we know that everything and our today's era is computer era. Everything is done on computer. Every work or every sector uses the computer system or computers gadgets or equipment. So we should know that every work can be done through computer, so we need to learn that computer. What is computer, how it is work. So a computer is a machine or device that perform process, calculations, operations based on instructions provided by the software or hardware program. It has the ability to accept data input, that is input, process it and then produce output. Means computer cannot do anything itself. It only work on the instructions given by the user. So user can provide the data or give the commands to the computer and computer operate on it or manipulate that data which is provided by the user. So computer is nothing but a processor that can work on data or unprocessed fact. So computer only work on data that is provided by the user or inputted data that is provided by the user and process that data and give a output or a expected output. Just like everything is going on a particular manner. To execute anything or to manipulate anything, we should provide the data to the computer system, and computer system or the computer work on it, that is called process on it, and that process is called as a data processing. The data processing has always, or every computer has always these three things, that is input, process and output. Input means anything, that is when we want to draw something, we draw a value. When we want to make a document, that time we provide input to the from the user. For making Excel sheet or payment sheet, everything is done on data. So the processing should need the input value. Computer system process on it and provide the expected output. This process is called as a data processing. Now data is unprocessed fact but unprocessed. Just like if you attempt any exam, that time every subject getting a mark is a data. But when we process on it, make a calculation, calculating the percentile, wattage, CGPA, SGPA, this process can be done by the computer system, and your mark sheet is our output. So input the data, processed by the computer system and provided the output. Just like a simple example, when we want to make a juice, we need first fruits. On fruits we make the process, that is juicer. After processing we get a juice. So fruit is our data, juicer is our process and output is our juice. So input, process and output, same thing can be done in computer system also. This process is called as a data processing. Data is nothing but a unprocessed fact. Computer system make the process and output is a information because it is a process fact. So output is a information, and information is also called as a process fact. Next one is block diagram of computer system or component of computer system. By default, if you ask or anyone ask about the computer system or diagram of computer system, then we can say that the monitor, CPU, printer, keyboard, mouse, draw something like that, but it is not a component or block diagram of computer. Block diagram of computer is known as or data flow from input to output. The visualization or diagram of input to output processes is called as a block diagram of computer, a component of a computer system. Okay, so monitor, keyboard are not the block diagram of computer system. The process flow or data flow representation into a diagram is called as a block diagram of computer system. Every computer system, it would be first generation or fifth generation, any type of generation or any type of computer system, even it a desktop, laptop or your mobile, it also has a architecture. Internal architecture of all things or all computers are same. External architecture is changed. Just like desktop PC has particular physical existence, laptop has a physical existence, or mobile also have a physical existence. Both are or all have the different existence or physical existence, but the manipulation of data is same for all these things. Just like in computer or in laptop or in mobile tab, every computer system uses the same architecture. It take a input, it provide a flow and process and make the output. The block diagram of computer system is shown on your desktop. Just like input, then storage unit. Storage unit has two parts, secondary storage and primary storage. Third one, central processing unit. It also has a two part, that is control unit and arithmetic logical unit. And last portion of our block diagram is output unit. Here solid lines indicate the flow of instruction, means what type of process should be taken by the computer system or the commands given by the user. The flow of commands given by the user is shown in diagram as a solid lines, and dotted lines represent control exercise by control unit, means everything can be controlled by a control unit, and control unit is a part of a central processing unit, that is called CPU. So our first part is input unit. Just like in a diagram, we see that input unit is a first part. So input unit. Input, it is the most important part of our computer system. Without that, the computer system cannot do a single thing. So we need a input unit for every time, because without data the computer system cannot work, and to work on everything or anything the computer system need a data. So that data can be inputted by input unit. Most common input unit is our keyboard or mouse, by through which we can provide the data to the computer system for processing. Input unit perform following functions. Just like it accepts instruction and data from outside world. Here outside world means the user. The user should enter the data for the execution or for the process. So computer system accept the data from the outside world by using the keyboard, by mouse, by storage memory. Second, it convert these instructions and data in computer acceptable form. As we know, we use to input in a high level language. High level language is those language which can be understand only by a user, that is called human. Human can understand the high level language, but computer system cannot understand the high level language. To understand that the user what type of command or what type of data can be transmitted by the user or provided by the user, the computer system firstly convert that high level language into the low level language, that is machine level language. Computer system is a machine and it operates only on a pulses, that is called on or off, or called a machine level language. So on means 1 and off means 0. So the high level language can be converted into low level language, that is called machine level language, to understand which type of instructions can be provided by the user. So it is a second function. Third function, it supply the converted instruction and data to computer system for further processing. So input unit perform third function, that is forward that information to the RAM or to the ALU or control unit for further processing. For processing, we should provide that data into the machine level language. So these three functions can be performed by a input unit. Second one is a output unit. Just like we say that the computer system processes on data, or data processes, input, process and output. So last portion of our system is output unit. Means when we provide the command to the computer system or provide the data to the computer system operate on it, process on it and provide the output, and that output can be displayed on our monitor screen. So our output unit or main output, a standard output unit, is our monitor screen, and second one is a printer on which we can transfer the soft copy into hard copy. Just like input unit has some functioning, same way the output unit also has some functioning. That is, number one, it accepts the result produced by the computer which are coded from, and hence we cannot easily understand them. Just like we say that the computer system use only machine level language, it cannot be understand the high level language. So the computer system operate on machine level language. So process is on the machine level language, means binary language. So the output is also in the form of binary language. Okay, and that binary language cannot be understood by the user because all the data is in the form of 0101, the series of 01 format. So the human cannot understand it. So the first function of output unit is to accept the data from the process or from computer, and second one, it convert this coded result into human acceptable form. Means the machine level language can be converted into human acceptable or readable form, that is called high level language. So the function of output unit is to convert that machine level language into high level language and supply the converted result to outside world, means to the user. Next one is third portion of our block diagram, that is storage unit, and storage unit has a secondary storage and primary storage. Storage unit, just like when we provide the data to the computer system, it is in the form of volatile format. It provide the data to operate or to process, but that data cannot be stored permanently. Storage unit is used to store that data permanently or save that data permanently or hold that data. So the storage unit has some function, just like data and instructions required for processing, intermediate result of processing, and result for output before they are released to an output device. These all processes can need the storage unit because we need the storage unit to hold the data. Just like if you want to drink a water, you need a glass. If we do not have the glass, we need a source for water. For that we need some vessel. Means for drinking a water we need a vessel or a glass. It means to store the water we need a glass. Same way the storage unit use to store the data by inputting, process time, and providing the output. All these things need a storage unit. So in computer system we have two type of storage unit, that is primary storage and secondary storage. The primary storage is also known as the main memory of a computer system. The computer system always show or always hold the data, intermediate result, processing, recently produced result, all data or the computer currently working data can be stored into a primary storage, means main memory of a computer, and this memory is always a volatile type. Because it is called a volatile, that means when we make the computer system off, all the data will be erased or vanish from our computer system. The currently working data is stored only on a primary storage, and the primary storage or main memory of a computer system is a volatile type. Second one is called a secondary storage. When we want the data in future, that time we hold that data for permanent manner, and that permanent manner can be held by the secondary storage, just like hard disk, pen drive, floppy disk, CD, compact disk. These are the secondary storage unit which can be provide the data for future use. Okay, so primary storage and secondary storage. Primary storage is called a main memory of a computer system. Secondary storage is called a auxiliary memory system, because it is a secondary type. It holds the data permanently, and that data can be accessible anytime, anywhere in your computer system. Next, fourth point is arithmetic logic unit. It is a part of a central processing unit. All the working or all the execution of instructions which is provided by the user can be done in arithmetic logic unit. It is also called a ALU, arithmetic logical unit. All the executions or operations or processing can be done in this unit only. The input unit provide the data, output unit display the data, storages, it is primary or secondary to hold the data, but the actual processing can be done in arithmetic logic unit. Control unit. Okay, there are some questions just like, how does an input device know that it is time for it to feed data to storage unit? How does the ALU know what should be done with the data once they are received? Moreover, how it is that only result for output are sent to an output device and not the intermediate result? All this is possible due to the control unit of a computer system. Means to control the data flow from input to output, input to process, process to output, output to process, everything can be controlled by a control unit. It is also a part of central processing unit. Every process can be controlled by the control unit, from inputting the data to sending to the storage, to sending to the arithmetic logic unit, or to output unit. All this flow can be controlled only by a control unit. Next portion is central processing unit. Central processing unit is a part, or CPU is a central processing unit or a brain of a computer system. It has two parts, that is control unit, which control all the data flow of processing, and arithmetic logical unit, where all the processes take place. Okay, so the CPU is called as a brain of computer. Just like to control our body, we need a brain. What eyes should be seen, to talk we use a mouth, to here we use a ear. Means everything, every part of a body can be controlled only by a brain or human brain. Same way, the computer's brain is our central processing unit. It can control all the data flow, processes and output of a computer system. So central processing unit is a chip or is a microprocessor that hold all the processes, that is control unit and arithmetic logic unit. Next one, how the data processing take place. Just like we say that the data processes has three stages, that is input, process and output. That data processing has the following flow. Means the block diagram of computer system. Just like when we want to give input, we use a input unit. So input unit provide the input to the computer system, but directly that data cannot be transferred to the computer system. It goes to the control unit. Means input unit to control unit. Control unit send that data to primary storage because it is a volatile and the computer system work only on primary storage unit. So the control unit send that data to the primary storage. After that primary storage to again the data will be sent to control unit. Means after storing the data will be sent again to the control unit for sending the data to the ALU, arithmetic logical unit. Which type of operations can be taken decided by the control unit and performed by the ALU. After processing the data into ALU, again data will transfer to control unit and to the primary storage. After primary storage, the control unit send that data or output to the output unit. Same is done in this diagram also. The data will be inputted data will transfer to control unit. Control unit then send the data to primary storage. After primary storage, the control unit send that data to the processing unit, that is arithmetic logical unit. After processing, control unit send that data to again primary storage. It would be an intermediate result or a final result, and final result will be transferred to output unit. So the block diagram can be explained here by using the some notation, that is input unit, control unit, primary storage, control unit, ALU, control unit, primary storage, and after that the control unit send the data to the output unit. This is our block diagram of flow of a data processing in our computer system. The functions of computer system. Now the computer system has performed some functions, that is inputting, storing, processing, outputting and controlling. Inputting process is to use the data or entering the data and instruction for the computer system. It is called as a inputting, and to inputting we use memory cards, keyboard, mouse or any external device through which we can provide the data to the computer system. Number 2, storing. After inputting, the data should be stored into a primary storage or secondary storage. If we want the data not to store permanently, we work on in a primary storage unit, and when we want to store that data for future use, we store that data into the permanent memory, that is called as secondary storage. Third one, processing. Every work can be done into the ALU, arithmetic logical unit. Every performance or every process can be done in a arithmetic logical unit, just like subtract, add, multiply, divide, logical operations, less than, equals to, data conversions. All these things can be done in a processing, and this processing always done in a arithmetic logical unit. Next portion is outputting, or next function can be performed by computer system is outputting. Outputting means providing the information to the computer monitor. Okay, so output unit is used to display the output of the process. Just like when we want to make an addition of two numbers are the input, plus is a plus is a sign of operation, and the addition of two numbers is our information. So this information can be provided on our visual display, that is monitor, is called as a outputting. And last one is a controlling all these four functions: inputting, storing, processing and outputting. All these functions can be controlled by the controlling, and this controlling can be used by central processing units, control unit control all these things. So in this session we discuss about the what is computer, the definition of computer, then the data, what is data, what is information, what is the process, and the process of data processing is called data processing. It means input, process and output. And the block diagram of a computer system, that is input, storage unit. Storage unit has a two part, that is primary storage and secondary storage. Then central processing unit also has a two part, that is control unit and arithmetic logical unit. And last portion is a output unit. This can be displayed in our block diagram of computer system. Then flow of a computing or data processing, and last one is a functions of computer system, that is inputting, processing, storing, outputting and controlling. Thank you.